was my first and last mistake. I'm blue without your face. But what can I do? 'Cause I'm just a sinking ship, and you're just a pair of lips that I've lost in the moment. All I want is for you to come back. Now I'm caught in the middle of life, and I need you to survive. Whoa, I need you to survive. 'Cause without you by my side, I can't survive. And this can be the end. I won't just settle for being your friend. A broken bond is not too late to mend. But what can I do? 'Cause I'm just a sinking ship, and you're just a pair of lips that I've lost in the moment. All I want is for you to come back. Now I'm caught in the middle of life, and I need you to survive. She said, boy, I want you to walk right, so I can give you one more chance. You're only living in your damn head. Without you by my side, I can't survive. I need you to survive. Without you by my side, I can't survive. Yeah.
All right, let's go. What is going on, everyone? Wow, we are opening up today with some good price action, at least so far today. We'll see if it continues or not. That would be beautiful. What's up, everybody? Hope we're having a great one out there. Gotta love when the music decides to stop. Good morning, Adventure, Yusus, Robert, KO, Black, Christian, Hunter, Jake, Toby, TJ, Mason, Steve, Fraz, and Chase. What the rundown there. I saw a take 2 by TJ earlier. I was eyeing it up. Looking at the SPY today, pulling back a little bit. 592, 592.50 coming into play here at open. SPY is getting a little bit overextended. The people who blindly buy calls every morning and just try to hold all day long are going to have some problems, so just be aware of that. I feel like the next few trading days is where we could start to really see a better slowdown come in. It doesn't mean the market's gonna dip or die or anything along those lines, but just a slowdown. One of my favorite songs going right here of all time. In my Apple Music playlist even. Palantir 130.85%. Just stagnant here today. Very stagnant. 0.85. Somehow. Wow. QUBT 19.8%. They had earnings last night in after hours. I didn't even notice that. They definitely didn't throw them on here, did they? No. Because Earnings Whispers has been being bad in the short term. Yeah, you can, Jake, you can. It's just not my favorite type of market, but you definitely can. Go check Super Micro Computer 46. This looks like a fun one in the short term. Been pretty hot. SMCI, $46 in play right now. Super Micro. SMR starting to move. SMR breaking yesterday's high and the pre-market high here at open. 24.50 coming in. Rigetti 6.7%. $12.50 right now on the price at the high of the day. Mom's Spaghetti. QBTS. ACOP said, thanks the other day on SMR, I didn't buy any covered calls. It is going over my 25 target. Nice, ACOP. I'm glad. You'd be kind of mad right now, right? If you did some covered calls at 25. Yeah, the market's just in such a nice ripper. I'm glad you didn't do that. You know what would be a cool strike, though, for it? Would be somewhere like maybe like for next week, like $30, somewhere around that line. Something like 30 for next week will probably be pretty fun for you. Again, it's probably so far from 30, though, it probably isn't making it's probably not going to be enough premium. Made 65% on ACHR. Wow, Archer. Let's go, Archer. Love it. Oh, yeah. One of my favorite plays in it today was the first momentum play last night. It ran a ton in pre-market, ripping here at open. Hope I did. Hope I did it. Get out too early. Oh, hope you didn't. Yeah, you know, looking at it in the short term, you might have got out a little too early, but don't worry about that. Even if Archer rips up to like 14 or 15 bucks today, just try not to look at it that way. If I looked at all my trades that way, I've left millions on the table, probably. I picked the worst week to go on vacation. I've missed so much excitement. Tuning in from Japan, Michael said. From Japan, wow. Have fun, Michael. You're right, though. You did pick a bad week, I gotta say. Out of all the weeks you could have picked this week, or all the weeks this year. Yeah, I was wondering that too, Mason. Is it nighttime? What time is it? That sounds really cool. Spy trying to find a base here around 590.50. Oh, wow, it's 10:30 at night. That's almost a 12-hour difference. Yeah, 13 hours from Eastern time. That's pretty crazy. Micron breaking out, Michael said. MU. There we go, 96.70. Like to see it, Michael. See, Qualcomm's moving a little. Not bad. They're down in the red so far today, but pretty close to break even. Trying to come back a bit. Not as good looking as Micron was. How about Nvidia at all? I like SMCI, Ahmad. Wow. 7.5% now, continues the rip. Straight up for the first few 1-minute candles here. Keep your eyes on Super Microcomputer. It is probably the hottest one that I've seen yet today, as far as just straight up price action is concerned. Archer, 13.5%, up 10%. Let's go, Archer. I know a lot of people are loving this one too. Sold calls on SMCI. It's capped for me at 43. Really? I see. We'll see what it does today. Maybe it'll dip for you. I doubt it closes under 43, though. What a daily chart. We're just getting so many amazing recoveries here. It's insane to witness here. How about Zoom? I haven't even checked in on these guys in a little while. It's been a long time. They haven't had the best movement overall, but they're having consistent movement. Granted, though, SPY has had pretty consistent movement, too. Try to roll. It's in bull mode. Are you going to change the strike at all? CRWB ripping, Josh said. CoreWeave really ripping. It might make a, well, break the high of yesterday and make a new all-time high. It's getting close. Oh, wow, out to November. There you go. Getting a lot of time. $50. I will say for November, 50's fairly close, but it's definitely a large resistance, so it could reject. That one does worry me that, you know, whenever we get to November, if it's at like 70 or 80. But I think that would be a pretty crazy time. More realistically, it'd be like 60 or something, I'd say. But 70 is a huge resistance on the chart. Thoughts on NVIDIA right now. Testing support intraday. Bouncing up slightly. I'm not loving the PA for a full-blown recovery, but it is kind of holding a trend here. Let me draw this out. We can see over the past trading day or so, it's been bouncing off this trend pretty well. It's testing key support. I expect a slight bounce here. I'm not super confident on a full-blown recovery, though.
Here we go.
How does the Mag 7 look? Pretty down, I'd say. Google had a good move today, along with Tessie. The others are kind of rough on the sell-off, though, and the pullbacks. Go check Google. Not too bad. 2.5%, but that overall Mag 7 kind of rough on the dips. Tesla, though, coming back a bit. NVIDIA starting to get some green. Look at Tesla with the green action here. They just touched 350 resistance this morning and rejected right back down. Pretty crazy green candles. Trying to test this again. It'll probably have trouble breaking out here. We'll see. NVIDIA holding that trend really well. Still roaring back on the 1 minute. I'd be pretty mind blown if NVIDIA made a new high again today. If it broke that high of this morning, I'd be pretty surprised. 137, but Market's been hot lately. Don't put it past anything.
Invincible.
Good morning, Ryan. Good morning, good morning. What's up, Jason? Powell's here. Yeah, it's been ripping pretty good today. Kind of stuck and choppy, but overall, pretty decent the way it's holding its ground so far. If it starts to break under this support I have around 128.50, that's where I will get pretty worried about it. For now, though, everything's all good. It is a pretty wild setup, isn't it? A lot of chop today. It has big resistance overhead as well. 131. Huge level. It just has failed to break out above here this week. Maybe it's finally going for that run here on Friday. We'll see, though. It's a big level. We need other stocks to kind of get some action going, too. There goes NVIDIA with a slight red. Tesla, red as it gets to 350. Black Flower said thoughts on SPY. Looking at the SPY this morning, it dipped right to support I have at 590. It's holding pretty well. I would say SPY looks pretty bullish off 590. It doesn't look terrible. If it breaks under 590, you're going to have to adapt, but really good support hold so far. Hood's looking good. Tansy Man found another fun weekly dividend ETF, NVW. 1.2x weekly NVIDIA action. It's like PLTW. Interesting. That would be a fun one. It's called NVW. Little dividend ETF Tansy found. Oh, it's a new one. Well, fairly new. Book map on UNH, please. What are your thoughts? Let's go look at UNH a little bit. It's right on resistance. I'm worried about it rejecting, honestly. This is a big resistance on UNH. 285. It could break today. I don't really love becoming too bullish until this breaks. Unless you identify a really good support bounce or something along those lines for an entry, then it's always decent, but I would be wary here. Looks dumpy, Ryan said. It does look pretty dumpy so far. Pretty wild in the PA. It's not really like sold off a shit ton or anything yet, but trying to hold support. Let's go to that book map though. Looks like there's a lot of sellers stacked up at like 284.30 for some reason. Kind of weird to see on UNH. right around that 285 mark, so a lot of sellers stacked up there. Little leery of coin leverage derivative at the moment. Man, I gotta say, coin though, intraday. Awesome recovery by them. They were on support last night. They held it really well. Was market data any good? It didn't really affect the market all that much. Looks like it was more worse than anything. As we look at the... Oh, it didn't even update yet. What the hell? Gotta refresh it, I guess. I was looking at it on CNBC this morning, but it showed a little bit of bearishness. The market obviously reacted in a fairly negative way whenever that started the release. It looks like the numbers overall came in right around expectations, though. I couldn't see why that would hurt things so bad. Maybe building permits. Maybe one of the smaller data points is what really hit it there. I just didn't see too much. I didn't see too much on it this morning, honestly. What the hell is this? Trump says Comey called for assassination of the president. The hell? Comey? James Comey? I guess we'll get more info with that one soon. Uh-oh. No problem, KO. You're bearish? Sounds good. Sounds good. Looking at it right now, it is skiing a little bit of green action. If it starts to break above, like I said, key resistance, that would be a great sign in my eyes. But resistance has to break first. Coins partnering with Webull? No way. Wow. I didn't even see that this morning. What the hell? I did not even see that news today. Oh, I got you, Tangy. Yeah, I don't keep up with that stuff enough now. Bull's up 5%. Yeah, Bull and Coin doing pretty good today. Both with pretty good action. Bull definitely moved early on from that. Bull's stock is very low. Coming off this partnership, this could end up being pretty awesome. Adventure said they sent me a PM on Instagram. Sounds good, I'll try to check it out. On like my personal account? Or did you message the StockedUp account? You did? Oh, I see it. That's so weird. It put it in my message request and didn't even show me it at all. It didn't say, hey, you have a message or anything like that. So weird. That's so weird. Thanks a lot, Instagram. Yeah, that's dumb, Mason. You gotta go manually look. I literally just looked and found 10 messages from people. 10 different messages from people I didn't even know was in there. UNH is moving, Tiger says. United Health. Right back up into resistance. Let's see. This might be where it happens if we do get the bull run going. This would be where we could get that breakout. Let's see. It probably won't come right away, but Tangi doesn't even know why, but they despise Insta a lot. I like the platform. Go check on Boeing here again. Pulling back towards 203.50 there. Rejecting pretty hard at 210 this week. They had that decent news as there was the Qatar deal, and they're just not holding their ground very well today. Ryan said coins ripping. COIN. Very nice. 5.56%. Up to 260 though. It is getting close to a big resistance, and it's actually close to filling the gap to where it gapped down this morning. The gap would fill at 261, but 260 is close. What did I do, Tangi? My fault. I didn't even realize I did anything, Tangi. What did I do? Did I call you they? Oh. Sorry, Tangi. Sorry, I didn't even... I probably just said, like, they said or something. Or... Damn it, Tangi, now you're messing me up in the head. You're getting me now. Ryan said coin, though. Still watching it. Watching it reject back. Cly. That's funny. Here's Michigan consumer sentiment, right? Just came in at 50.8. Just now hit. Michigan consumer sentiment. Let's go check out the SPY. Ooh. Getting a little pullback here at Michigan consumer sentiment data. Preliminary for May. That's pretty huge here. It came in at 50.8. Underneath the 52.2 previous reading, and the consensus and forecast were expecting a lot better of a reading than 50.8. Looks like the 5-year inflation expectation preliminary is higher than expected as well. That sucks. Yeah, it looks like sentiment data came in a little bit cooler than expected. Yeah, preliminary data. Gotta love it. See that data come out every month. There'll be a couple readings on that, actually, for those of you that don't know. There's preliminary. And then there's one other one, and I think there's actual as well. Yeah, there'll be another May reading there. Later in the month. I'll show you guys here on the economic calendar. I'll go find it real quick. Here we go. Here's the final. So on May 30th, there'll be the consumer sentiment final reading. Final. This one's the preliminary reading. I know it's a bit weird, but they do two different readings there. Well, my hedges print. It looked like they were going to at first, Tangy, but the market's not really reacting too much to it at the moment. Off of that initial red candle, there hasn't really been much. Nvidia actually double bottoming on the day. Whoa, Nvidia starting to recover very well. UNH getting up to big resistance. UNH is back in the resistance zone. This might be where we get a little breakout going. Have a look at Adobe, sure thing. ADBE 421.59. Wow. They are crushing it. They're filling the gap on the daily too. That gap will fill right around 430. Adobe, what is going on? Looking at the daily, they've been down quite a bit. Excuse me, guys. Tell that to Nvidia. Aller said a nothing burger. It had a good initial candle, but not necessarily a huge... I would say it mainly a nothing burger, but it did have that good candle. If SPY starts ripping down from here and let's just say breaks the low of day, a lot of people are going to blame that Michigan consumer sentiment data. So let's see if it can get through resistance. If this high at 591.40 breaks, then I would say then it's just, yeah, big nothing burger. Minus the initial candle. It's like SPY is starting to dip a little bit, though. UNH got right to resistance and started rejecting again. We'll see if it can hold and get through this level here at some point over the next hour or so. UNH rejection. Back to the SPY. Chop fest. Yeah, Demure. Michigan consumer sentiment data came out, Demure, at 10 a.m. Eastern. Kieran said Tesla. Whoa, Tesla's bouncing right off support, Kieran. 345 holding up extremely well. This is a big support. Wow, Tessie, let's go. That's pretty awesome. That was reckless of you. It's funny as I bought that little dip and made a small profit. That's hilarious. That is funny, Demure. Hey, we'll take it, though. Nice little quick scalp on that buy. He said it was reckless. Do you know why? One reason I would say it's not reckless, and, you know, is because you were buying, like, off of a wick that got really close to support at the low of the day. Seemed like you were kind of sniping support. That's really not bad. Hims. Very nice moves today, but it is starting to pull back a little bit. Walmart, Sonia said. 98.30 here, not bad. $100. Walmart really recovering back. They had that fairly bad news yesterday, but Walmart's like intraday. This is one of the better setups that I've seen, but granted, it's Walmart, so.
Eyes in the sky, gazing far into the night. I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's
The shorts doubled down on Hims, I guess. Why do you say that? Hims might go for a new all-time high break here in a second. Demure will take it. Yeah, it was pretty nice. Off support. Let's see how SPY does here as it starts to test that support again. I am worried it's going to break down now, though. It's turning over pretty hard towards there. Going to be watching it closely for another bounce. Saw a post on X about short interest increasing 30%. or something. Gotcha, Ryan. Interesting. It is very high. I'm sure a lot of people are looking at that possibility here. How's Palantir? Not terrible. Not bad. Pulling back to 128 here. It's just in pullback mode. It touched 130 this morning and just cannot continue to go. This is a banger. I know, it's like a classic, isn't it? It really is. It's one of my favorites on the rundown. This has to be Alan Walker, right? No, it's called Shine. Weird. Oh, of course it messes up right there. Wow, we literally like that song and then it breaks. Will it be good for the Microsoft put per video? It could be. Let's go check out Microsoft here. It's starting to die off. I like the way it's moving to the downside overall here, but it's trying to bounce off the support that I was mentioning last night. If we do get a break now of 449, that's where I'll become extremely bearish on this one intraday, and I think it could end up turning over a lot harder as the day goes on with the way that it's setting up. It could. SPY's starting to look kind of rough. It's not getting any action going. Nvidia's been following this trend. They tested it a couple times this morning. These Mag 7 setups need to really hold their ground and start coming up, or else SPY's going to have some problems. Like Meta, Microsoft, Tesla, they've all been kind of dipping down around support. See you in a minute, Demure. Tesla's about to go red, Masons. I know, I'm looking at it and I'm like, it literally is about to go red. Close. Especially at the low of this 5-minute candle, really close. As I watch Tesla today, I am pretty worried. I do not love the way it's set up at all. I think that rejection back down intraday looks brutal. It'd be tough to break back above this one in my eyes. Coin, let's go, Ryan said. Earning almost all the losses from yesterday. Nice. Yeah, it just filled the gap all the way up with Coin. all the way. 262 coming into play here.
I don't know what you want. Let's have a bit of fun till I downfall. My love, if you feel like I do right now, don't say you're on the run.
Vessel just hit its weekly VWAP. Maybe it bounces off, Antimatter said. Maybe. Did it hit it on the downside, you're saying? Like it bounces back up? Wow, coin 262.50. These 1 minute candles on coin are insane. Thoughts on NBIS? Awesome. I love the way it broke that intraday high just now of 5.28%. Watch it to the upside. There's a recent high around 38.40. I'd be careful around 38 to 38.40, but it just broke that recent high. If you're a scalper, you can maybe try to scalp it up really quick. If you're looking at the daily, it's recovering up amazingly well. I could see more green based on the daily. Come on, let's see it. This is awesome. Fire move. It has strong negative correlation to the SPY as well. Minus 0.75. Who thinks SPY is going to fall back to 590 before the end of the day? 590? If we get back to there, it might as well break under. I'm pretty conflicted on the SPY. I feel like this resistance coming up will be really hard to break on SPY as it gets back to it. And I'm definitely worried for like another rejection back down there. That would be pretty brutal. SPY has been very resilient in the short term though. Very resilient in the short term. We'll see if it can get the rejection going or not. Bad news for pumps and good news for drops. Market's backwards. Come on, Trump, announce something bad. I think that would be a smart way to go, Chase. I don't want you to miss it, but I think that would be the better way to go. Google. 169.50 coming up overhead. Very flat and weird looking today. Almost looks like it's in one of these weird wedge patterns. Look at this. I would say it is in one. Let's see if we can get a good break up or break down out of this wedge. That would be interesting. Getting towards the end right now, it'd be cool. Market hates RFK. It does seem like that. That poor guy. NVIDIA says it's not sending any GPU designs to China to be modified to comply with export controls. That sounds weird. So they're not sending any GPU designs to China to be modified to comply with export controls. Sounds weird for NVIDIA there. Why would they do that? Not sending. Maybe they hope that a deal will be reached or something. The group behind you had Make America Healthy Again hats. There you go. That's funny. Wow, that's pretty funny. I've never seen one of those in person yet. What are we thinking today, boys? Anything good? AK said. Tesla looks pretty good as it's trying to bounce off support here. It's actually trying to hold support pretty well. SPY's starting to come back, trying to hold above 591 now with support too. This would be a good confirmation area if it holds and bounces. Support on Apple, Clow asked.
The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets.
210 is huge, Clow. I've had 210 for a while. It looks like intraday today as it drops. I'd really watch for 210.60 to 210.50. Just realize it looks very choppy. It seems like every time it breaks through the low of the day, it just drops by just a little bit and then recovers back. Yeah, 210.50, then 210. Looks like there's even been a lot of bounces at like 210.20. Like a lot past couple trading days, honestly. It's a wild stock, though. Been really like choppy the past few days. No real breakouts, just extreme chop. A lot of wild action, though. A lot of up and down action. You could honestly almost win in both ways on that one. Isn't 265 a big level? It was, but honestly ripped right through. Wow, coin. Really getting it done here. That dip yesterday created a great opportunity for people. Wow. New recent high breakout. That is insane. 8.6%. Holy shit. 265. Coin's blowing my mind right now. It's been on fire this week and it continues. Today with the immediate turnaround off of yesterday. SPY to 594. It's possible, it's possible. We'd have to really break the high of day and go for a decent move. It might not get to 594. SPY's also still fairly flat. I'm not looking for like a massive like run or breakout or anything by that means today. Coin Oppenheimer calls Coinbase sell-off overdone. What? I didn't see that piece of news. Let me see if I can find it. I'm not finding the Oppenheimer one right off the bat, but wow, they hit very close to 265, got up to 266, then rejected right back down. That's weird, I'm on Stock Labs. Maybe I'll just filter it by coin. That'll do it. Jameer said the pullback's real, everything's pulling back. Yeah, there's SPY right there, very choppy still. I think it looks more bearish than bullish today, personally. Based off this current setup, but that doesn't mean the SPY is going to go down. Ah, I see. Yeah, that news came out, Jake, at like 4 in the morning, though, today. At like 5 a.m. Crap, no wonder I didn't see it. Boeing reaches tentative U.S. non-prosecution agreement in fatal crashes case. Gotcha, Jake. Morgan Stanley raises Boeing price target to 200 from 185. Of course, it's sitting here around 205, 203. What's up, Chase? Good morning, good morning. He said, what's for lunch? I'm actually not sure today. I am not 100% sure, Chase. I wish I was. I can't leave the house today. Might have to DoorDash in some Five Guys. I would DoorDash in McDonald's, but that always makes me sad because you're spending 20 bucks for a $5 sandwich. Double, there you go. The In-N-Out from Demure today, like it. Man, QQQ testing the low of the morning. We might be getting the breakdown coming through. It's right on the support. Apparently, Michigan consumer sentiment only surveyed 200 people. Is that the usual survey amount? QQQ, new low of the day. New low of the day here. On the QQQ. They said inflation would grow 7% year over year. Yeah, I was looking at that. That is right here. .3% on the preliminary inflation expectation. God. Yeah, pretty rough. I was looking at that earlier. $200 is hardly a decent sample. I know, right, Jake? That's terrible. 200 people, that's stupid. Where's the support on Nvidia? Support's breaking down, Klaus said. Wow, it just broke through that trend, guys. Look at the trend the past few days. 135 gave out next support, 134.40. Has to be on watch. I really like 133.50 to 133.60 as well. Was there news on Nvidia it's dumping? I saw news a minute ago that they're not going to be submitting new GPU designs to try and beat the export controls to China. So I saw that. That's one problem. Yeah. Could be natural, too. Could be natural. That was the only piece of news I saw, though. The Coast Guard is practicing today in the Gulf. Guys are jumping out of airplanes and parachuting into the ocean. That sounds fun. Gulf of America, that's right. That is probably where they mean. I didn't even think of that, Robert. That's funny. It still doesn't ring in my head that way. I wonder how long it's gonna take me to keep that going. Goldman Sachs raised its 2025 China GDP growth forecast to 4.6% from 4%. That's a pretty big deal. A 0.6% jump on their GDP growth forecast this year. Block the fake mics. Join the floor today. Now that's the way to go. Block those mics. That's funny. I always think it's funny whenever they add me as a friend. I'm like, okay, you guys messed up. Very rarely do I get added, but when it happens, it is pretty funny. I can't believe people actually fall for that and send them money. I've had some people message me that they've sent them $5,000 and $10,000 and stuff. The worst one I've ever heard, I think, and it's not the most amount of money, but somebody gave them like $3,000 one time. And then the people told him, okay, well, if you give me $2,000 more, I'll give you your money back. So then they gave him $2 more grand. And then they said, okay, if you give me $1,000, then we'll give it back. And I think they learned their lesson after the first one they sent again, but they sent him a second time because they told him if they sent it back, then they could release it or something. I was like, come on, guys, come on. Ah, Robert. He said, if anyone wants to send me 5 or 10K, I won't say no. That's cool. That's funny. Then go, okay, now 4 cents for 8 cents back. Yeah, that's essentially what it is. Yep. Yeah, Mason. That sounds like an old RuneScape scam. Has anybody out there ever played RuneScape? Or old school RuneScape? They had this thing on there where people will stand around and say, I'll double your money. I'll double your money. And then you'll give them $1 million. And then they'll give you 2 million back. And then you'll do it again. And you'll give them 2 million. Then they'll give you 4 million. And then you'll be like, shit, okay, they're legit. And then you give them 50 million and then they steal it. It's funny. People do that all the time on there. If you guys ever want to learn how to not get scammed, go play RuneScape. It's like learning real life on there. Hey, let's go. Anarchy, you're still active. Are you on like old school? I play old school. Tesla moving down to 343 is the only thing I like to play because, you know, you don't have to really pay attention to play the damn game. That's the cool part. You just click once every 5 minutes or something. QQQ 418. Gosh, the sell-off is getting brutal here, guys. SPY, new low of the day. Just now achieved. 590 has broken. Wow. The pullback is starting to become real today. UNH still rejecting down too. Right off our resistance. RS3 stinks. Yeah, it does. It's really bad. Oh, you're still on RS3. I got you. That's funny. You're still active. Or did you mean that your account was active or that you still play? Made a good scalp on coins drop. Glad to hear that. Pretty big pullback. Nice job catching that. Anarchy still plays when they remember. That's funny. Demir said Nvidia looks like it's about to fill that other gap. Where is that gap?
Like a Hellcat.
Solid rejection though either way. Wow. What a 1 minute drop under that trend. That's insane. Yeah, that is a wild account. 92 defense. What the hell's your prayer? I actually have 99 prayer on old school. Believe it or not. Okay, I figured it was. I may or may not have bought the money online. For General Motors. GM coming into play. Pretty slow here. Go back to Tesla. Bounce a little bit, 343. Let's look at the SPY chart in the Mag 7. Very red here. Yeah, extremely red. Mag 7 with the wild moves here. Yeah, Chase. Been hearing it like every day lately. Where's your border collie? That was hilarious yesterday. I was so confused by that. NCNA? I've never heard of this one. I've never heard of NCNA. I would be careful. Personally, I would never touch this one. Penny pumpers are pushing it. I mean, I guess there's always the potential it could come up, but I'm not touching this. SPY down to 589. 4 cents. My gosh, I don't think I've looked at a stock that low in price in a long time. Yeah, that daily, I wouldn't touch it. Really, the most shorted stock. Interesting. Huh.
No, there ain't no stopping us. Fly without boarding pass. Couldn't catch me, I be moving fast. Call me a shooting star. Let 'em know who you are. Flying up in a bar. Wish on a star.
All right, guys, I'm going to go grab a water really fast. All out of the agua today. I guess I'll make our protein shake while we're there. I'll throw up the Mag 7 chart for you. It looks like there's a bit of recovery starting to come in. Very slightly here. Wow, what a beat drop there. Yeah, be careful on stock twits, Anarchy. I would stay away. Honestly, just the discussion chat in the Stocked Up Discord is probably better for finding plays. Be right back.
Looking at a shooting star. Got more than a couple of people going mad. I swear they're rooting hard. Tell them I'd be big in the game like she went and got them breast implants. I said I'm moving too fast. Didn't even get to glance. I'm ready to eat up track like I'm seated in a restaurant. If you had swag like mine, you know it's best to flaunt. We aren't hating because you aren't. Shining like it's neon. Rock like kings of Leon. Shooting stars across the galaxy. Yeah, shoot, yeah, shoot, yeah, shooting, yeah, shooting shots.
Didn't even get to cross.
said I'm moving too far. Get to class.
Everything changes.
Oh no! Oh no, that's a rip. I thought my mic was muted, so whenever I came back, I muted my mic instead of unmuting it. Damn, sorry guys. That's a rip. Tesla coming back alive? Yeah, I left my mic unmuted, so whenever I came back, I clicked the mute button, thinking it would unmute, and I muted it. Damn it. I fucking rip. Rookie mistake, yep. Tamir thought I was taking a fat dump. Oh no. I need Aiden Ross to teach this guy how to stream. Aiden Ross. Oh my god. I haven't heard about that guy in a while. He said that sounds like something a fake Mike would say. Oh my god. I'm getting crushed here by you guys. Corvette or Hellcat, Chase said. Oh, that's a tough one. If you're talking about a C6 Z06, I'm gonna say Corvette. If you're talking about any other Corvette, probably Hellcat. How did the Blues get kicked out of the playoffs? Oh, thanks a lot, Mason. Bringing it back up again. 1 second late. Man. That was brutal. In a game 7, that was one of the wildest things I've seen. Like, whenever the Blues won the Stanley Cup, there were some wild times where they were in some game 7s for those, too. In that playoffs, they were in game 7 a lot, and I'm too used to them winning in game 7s. Leave my Blues alone. Robbie Thomas to the moon. You a Blues fan, James? Let's go. You knew I was a Blues fan, right? Why am I getting UNH marketing text promoting new PPO plans? That's hilarious, Isaac. It must be because, oh my gosh. You know what? If you guys, I didn't realize this, but you're going to be getting a bunch of UNH marketing shit now. That's hilarious. A whole bunch. Hell yeah, James. I'm from St. Louis, so I'm definitely a Blues fan through and through. I like the Capitals a lot, too. They actually won the cup in like back-to-back years, I think. It was like the best 2 years of hockey for me as a fan. Oh my god, the Capitals just got knocked out last night? I didn't know that. Yeah, Mason, damn, that's terrible. Oh well, I wasn't watching anyways, so. Wow, you grew up playing hockey in Chesterfield. Awesome. That's really cool. I've probably skated there before, wherever you have done that. I've never had anything, though. UNH either. Crazy. Yeah, you're gonna... If you start Googling UNH and stuff, we'll probably get some marketing shit. They're gonna think you're in the market for insurance. No, not at all, James. Not at all. My stepdad played a ton of hockey, and I learned how to skate whenever I was like 12. But we used to go all over the place. Brandon said, is there a platform where you can set options to automatically sell at a certain percentage gain/loss? For sure. You can do that on a lot of platforms, Brandon. 100%. That is very, very common. I would go on YouTube and look up, let's say, stop orders, stop limit orders, maybe OCO orders, things along that line. Look up Thinkorswim advanced orders, maybe. Schwab and Thinkorswim has a lot of advanced orders. I know Interactive Brokers would be fine on that end. TradeStation should be fine. Maybe Tasty Trade too. Hey, see you later, Demir. Go get that food. I had a limit sell on RH. Price hit my limit but didn't sell. And SPY reversed, so I got out of the loss. Yeah, sometimes Robinhood can mess up pretty bad on multiple different fronts, which might cause that to not sell. Or maybe not fill at the price you want, or something along those lines. Yeah, I would definitely look into, I would 100% look more into, let's say, Thinkorswim's advanced options over Robinhood for sure. Martin says, I'm struggling so much with patience. Any tips? Thanks, Tom. Struggling with patience, man. I'm assuming you mean like day trading patience, intraday patience. One thing I'll say, Martin, is if you're struggling with patience, I'll try to explain something to you here. If you're struggling with patience, you might need to go and try a different strategy out where what you do is, let's say that you're bullish on your play. Okay, if you're having problems with patience, you might need to do something and set your trades up in a way where you can hold them pretty much all day. Does that make sense? If you feel like that you are 100% getting the direction right, but you're not being patient enough and, like, let's say waiting long enough or letting it play out or something along those lines, you might need to set up your trades in a way where you let it go. Now, this means that you're not going to get as sexy of gains, okay? If the stock explodes intraday for you, you know, you might only have one contract instead of 10. Because you're not going to be able to go in with 10 now if you're holding it all day, because your risk is going to go way up. So your chance to lose will actually get a little bit better because you're holding it all day. But your risk, if you do lose, you could lose a lot more because you're going to be holding through times where it goes red. So you're going to maybe need to enter with, let's say, if your overall risk, let's say, okay, we'll start at the very front, because first things first, you got to know what you're risking, okay? If you don't know what you're risking, you're not going to know what to do. So you need to have like a calculator, something like that. I'll pull one up. I'm just using a basic Windows calculator here. So essentially, you'll take your account size. I'm just going to randomly guess, okay? Just totally spitballing here. Let's just say you have a $10,000 account. You're only going to want to risk like 2 to 3% of that at a time. So that means, you know, we're talking risking $200 to $300 max per trade. So that means that if you lose on that trade, the most you're allowed to lose is $200 or $300. So that means that your stop loss needs to be somewhere around $200 or $300. Now, what this will allow you to do, if you get 2 contracts, then well, if your stop's at $300, then well, it's two contracts can go down $150, or 1 contract could go down $300. See, so, or if you have like 4 contracts, now it can only go down like, you know, $100 something. So it gets a little weird, but you need to probably stop over leveraging as much. And if you think that patience is the real problem, go in with way less contracts, but hold longer. And of course, I could say use the chart, try to buy around support, etc., etc. That should be a given. But yeah, I would try to adjust something where you allow yourself to hold a bit longer without risking as much intraday.
My bones crave your skin, temptation within, mistakes ignite the silence.
Do you think Reddit will come back up to save my calls? No problem, Martin.
While you and me repeat,
Let's see, Reddit.
this bittersweet heat is suffocating. I'm waiting and always
Sounds like you're kind of holding and hoping, AK.
denied desires set my heart
As long as it's not bad.
heart on fire. Set my heart afire.
How high does it have to get back? There's going to be some big resistance here around 114 to 115. I doubt it gets back above that today. Oh, it's a swing. Gotcha. Hell yeah, Brandon said he'll look into Thinkorswim, no problem. Yeah, just have an open mind when going into it. It might look a little complicated to you at first, but anything new is gonna look complicated. Unless it's for like a little kid. So just deal with it for a little while. I swear to God, you'll appreciate that you stuck with it.
Intoxicating one. Touch, these words whispered.
You think Netflix can bounce up, or is it overbought, Dexter says? NFLX, let's see. It's definitely overbought. But even though it's overbought, it can still bounce up too. Is UNH making higher low and lower low? I think that's what you meant. Right now, it's making a lower high. Well, whenever you zoom out, if you're going off of a 1-minute chart, it is making both. Sorry, I had to zoom in a little bit. Yeah, on an intraday standpoint, it's making higher lows and lower highs. Which we like to say coiling or consolidating. Pretty well. Did you hear about the famous pickle? No. Famous pickle? He's a really big deal. Oh my god. I thought you were gonna tell me there was like a fucking pickle or something that Trump ate, or I don't know, something wild. That's not bad, I gotta say. That was a pretty good one. That was a pretty good one. I actually liked it. I thought it was pretty good. UNH. That didn't come from ChatGPT, did it? I just want to make sure. UNH. A lot of consolidation here, though. Switching over to Tessie. Still holding 345 pretty well this morning. It's a good support hold. AK knew something was coming. David said, do you prefer absolute or percentage? Absolute. Absolute, David. That's my preference, though. It's just a visualization thing. QQQ up to 519.50. If we break through there, might be pushing 520 again here.
We are dreaming in the dark. We are nothing more than dust. Search but you stay lost. We are reaching for the stars. But
Oh no.
miss you are, and I wonder where you are.
You think Tesla will return to its highs? I think it could. I think there's some potential for it to try. It might not quite get to highs, but I could see pretty close to 350. I don't know, AK. I don't... Let's not get into that too much. I'm gonna get in trouble out here. Bank of America. Bouncing around 44 right now. The banks, how about JPM? JP Morgan. Bouncing up a shit ton. 270 coming into play. It's a big level. I can't believe how close it is to highs, but then again, I can't believe how close SPY is to highs either. SPY on that 5-minute chart. Looking at the 1 minute, coming up pretty well. Right on resistance though, 591. A lot of resistance here. SPY stair-stepping lower. Is it gonna stair-step here, or are we gonna actually get a bounce? It'd be cool if we bounced down, touched 590 support, and then rocketed. That would actually make for a perfect head and shoulders pattern, too. If it were to start to come down for that test, definitely eye up 590 to hold up as support again. That'll be huge.
I see the light inside you, brighter than the skies. Hold on, just let us escape.
Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Wait tonight.
How do you follow Will Smith in the snow? You follow the Fresh Prince. That's pretty good. That's not bad either. It's not as good, but it's not bad. The pickle one was funny. I sure hope not, Tangy. That's all I got, folks. Mic drop. Chase says. Hey, you added to the Friday funny today. We'll take it. We'll take it. I didn't have one myself today, so that's pretty good.
All right, all right, all right.
Thanks, Tom. Happy weekend. Slight Green signing off. Let's go, ACOB.
We are forever learning, one step at a time. As long as the world is turning, I'll be by your side. We'll keep the fire burning. I'll never see you hurt.
Why Tom bring a ladder to the bar? Because he heard the drinks were on the house. Now that's pretty good too. You guys got some good ones today.
That you'll understand, and you'll see if you take my hand, and I'll go out of my own way for you. I'll go out of my.
What a rejection though by SPY. This is a big resistance. Definitely like eyeing that one up. Nvidia's starting to reject back down again as well. I know someone that cooks his steaks in the air fryer. Does that actually work? I would be kind of worried that wouldn't create a good crust, but maybe it would. He swears on it. I'm gonna have to try it. He's also extremely lazy. That's funny. Man, I know some people that use the air fryer for like everything like that. With a steak, man, oh, I don't know. You can cook a steak in your pan within like 5 minutes, so. Yeah, the cast iron steak's the best. Yeah, the oil, it does get all over. Yeah, I'll say that. If you're lazy, it's not very good. Not good for that guy. Splash screen, yeah. Hey, there you go, Chase. That's a good way to do it. We're out here with cooking class today. Steak cooking class with Tom. Here's what I do. I get the grill going and I stick a probe in the steak and I smoke it. I smoke the steak until it gets to like 100 degrees or like 105, and then I sear it really good on both sides, and then I just eat it. Usually comes out pretty good, medium rare. I think they call that the reverse sear. See my tan line on your feet from golf? I know, man. It can get bad, right? You're pretty tan too, Mason, so yours probably looks pretty rough. I'm pretty tan too, and you're even tanner than I am. Let's go over to ASTS. Haven't looked at this stock in a few days. Hasn't been doing the best over the past couple days. QBTS, some of the quantums have been pretty good though. Mason says he wants a Blackstone. Man, my fiance keeps saying she wants to get me one. Maybe I'll get one for like Father's Day or something. Blackstone is dope. With Chick-fil-A sauce, ew. QUBT 32% today, guys. 32%. They had earnings last night, and they're ripping today. Like straight up exploding. QUBT. Switch over to Tessie again. Coming back. Everybody's favorite today. I'm just kidding. You guys are going to be like, it's not my favorite. There was a lot of hype with it on at open, but of course it faded. Pretty tough here.
You are the strength, you're all I need. Oh, gonna give it a shot. Only one of me to shield you all from the enemy. You're a superhero. You're a superhero. Can I be your superhero?
It's a love-hate relationship. What about Bitcoin? You know, that is a pretty something that we haven't looked at a lot today or in the short term, really. I guess because it's been consolidating, it hasn't really been on the radar as much. MicroStrategy and coin have been in the news, of course, but not necessarily Bitcoin itself. Coin today, still pretty good action. They're right around the high of the day. Not bad at all. Coinbase, look at it pushing, guys. Very close here. They might try to go for a secondary run and break. It definitely could. There's a big resistance here on Microsoft at $450. Big psychological level. $450. Pretty influential, actually. Testing really hard at the moment. Trying to bounce. Would love to see a clean break above 265 and a move higher. Which stock were you referring to? QQQ up to 520. Oh, coin, gotcha. In my head, I was like, what stocks were around 260? I couldn't think of it. Yeah, coin. I'm gonna put an alert up here at the high of the day. Might as well. Around 266, get alerted if it breaks. Same thing with Tesla. Oh, put it up around 350. Just to see if it tests. I guess I'll do the high of the day. Tangy Man says, gotta run. Thanks for hosting, Tom. Everybody get money and don't get too polluted this weekend. Let's go. David said, thoughts on RCAT. Yeah, Tangy loves RCAT. I know. Looking at the daily, they're dipping pretty well. It's not terrible. Just be willing to average into RCAT. If you want to get into RCAT, definitely average in. That way, if it drops more, you can continue averaging in. You don't get stuck. Yeah, I'm probably going to call it there too, Tangy. It's getting to be that time of the day. I wish the SPY would get the breakout going. It's good to see it bouncing back a little bit here. Getting back above 560 or 591. That's a great sign so far. I thought maybe they'd come down for a 590 test. It didn't quite get there. It came down and tested support a little bit, but not really all that bad. My main problem right now is getting rid of my trades too fast as well. That can happen, Michael, you know? That can definitely happen. Don't be afraid to scale out a little bit. Also, look at big resistance. You'll never catch all the gains, though, but try scaling out. Maybe exit 25%, and then exit another 25, another 25, another 25. Would you recommend zero DTE for new people? No, definitely not. I don't even recommend it for experienced people, Michael. Zero DTEs is the dumbest thing I've ever seen people do. I don't know why it has to be done, other than people just don't understand, or they just want to gamble, or something along those lines. That's really all it is. I've noticed that normally the people who don't have a lot of money try to trade zero DTEs because they're quote-unquote cheap. They're quote-unquote cheap is why they like to do it. Normally. Of course, there can be huge gains involved as well. But, man, if it don't go your way, you're going to pretty much lose everything. So, shots fired. Mason says, AKA Manny. The funniest part is Manny always says not to play zero DTEs, but then he plays them. It gets me laughing. There's so many messages of him saying not to play them. On Monday, can you talk more about zero DTEs opposed to what is preferred? Yeah, for sure. If you're day trading, just go a week out. You know, you can go like 1 week out and be totally fine if you're day trading. If it's Wednesday, you can trade this Fridays. If it's Thursday, you're getting a little bit iffy, but man, if it's the same day, if it's Friday, just go to the next week's expiration. It's not like rocket science. You know, we don't have to be going 30 days, 60 days. We don't have to come up with anything crazy. Literally just play the chart. Like, just go a week out and then play the chart. You know, you're going to use support, resistance. You're going to stop out when support breaks, etc. I think that's the best way to go. But yeah, zero DTs, really not very smart for multiple reasons. If you guess direction correctly, you know, there's no reason to really like gamble with those, because if you are wrong, you're gonna lose like everything. Whereas if you go like a week out, you might be able to still stop out at 20, 30%. You're not gonna lose that whole position or whatever you threw in there. But all right, I appreciate you guys joining up today. We're gonna call it there. Yeah, hit me up with some questions on Monday for sure about those. I'll talk about them a lot more. Let's go, Michael. Hey, I'm glad to tell you that. You know, it's good to talk about, and yeah, I'm glad. I hope it helps other people too, honestly. I think you have a better shot playing blackjack than you do trading zero DTEs. But especially if you guys out there, if you're not having success and you're doing zero DTs, then definitely consider it. All right, have a great one. I'll talk to you guys later. Let's have a great weekend. Go have some fun. Have some rest. Let's get rested up for next week. Gonna be a big one. Talk to you guys later.